Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Goeienaand. Hoekom sê ek goeienaand? Die plek wat ons nou vanaand staan, was oorspronklik Afrikaans. Die hele plek. Ek het dit gegoogel, Afrikaans. En ek gaan dit so hou, Afrikaans. Now, nevertheless, firstly, I'm just going to touch on the relationships quickly, and I'm going to leave the rest to Brian. Firstly, Veronica, Louise, from the bottom of our hearts, from Bethel Primary School, thank you so much for initiating this program. You taught me something, celebrate life. And I remember that Flawless Consulting works up with. Don't celebrate something when it's dead or when he's dead. Celebrate life. And that is what I'm doing at the moment. 86,400 seconds every day. And it's wonderful. Thank you for that. Thank you, Justin, for allowing Louise to do that. Veronica, jy het ons opposite tone gehou. Baie dankie. Principles is mos stout kinders. Ons doen die huiswerkie. We sit right at the back. We do all the funny things besides doing our work. Thank you for keeping us on our toes. This is our Elizabeth Taylor of Circle 5.
Love that.
Yeah. And our business partners, julle het gekom, look at leadership, management differently. Yeah. I was in a workshop, Flawless Consulting. There was this one gentleman, I think he was from SAB. He was the CEO of SAB or
he
something.
Was.
Right. And he said to me, you people are too nice to your workers. And he said to me while we were like role playing, he said to me, F the hell out of here, you're fired. And I was thinking, wow, I'll never say that to one of my educators. But nevertheless, thank you for all the the tips and the way of doing things differently. To my colleagues for all the inspiration. Mense, al die skills en alles wat julle van my geleer het, ek pas dit op 'n daaglikse basis toe. En dan, Sally, die man. Hy is 'n wonderlike persoon, I must say. Hy kan nie 'n woord Afrikaans praat nie. Hy kom van Zimbabwe. So, when Brian really when he came into our lives at Bethel Primary School, and everybody was looking, I stay in Mr. Blavers, or I work in Mr. Blavers, that's near the airport, and here comes this white gentleman. In the heart of the colored community, rife with gangsterism, drug abuse, organized crime, whatever. And he inspired change. And he was so passionate and so empathetic. He could understand our situation. And one thing, I said to him, Brian, we don't want no handouts, but we want you to come in here, see how you can, from a different angle, change the setup in Bishop Blavers. And he did. He did wonderful work. For Brian se baie dankie. It was a hy's 'n wonderlike ou. Almal betrokke, this thing we can't do on our own. We need partners, and that's it. Partners, and we need relationships. And I've discovered that the relationship is based on trust. If there's no trust, it's difficult to trust him because he's from a total different setup, to put it that way. Now he comes to us. I couldn't understand. Does he understand how it works in Bishop Blavers? Well, but empathetically, Brian could come in there and said, I do understand. I can put myself now in your feet. I have understanding. Thank you for that, Brian. Mense, ek is baie dankbaar vir die journey. It was a nice, beautiful journey, and I think we must continue with this journey. Maar voordat ek te lank praat, dis die ou van die dag.
Thank you. Don't disappear. Come and stand right by me here. I think I've just been shot out of the water there. Normally this is my gig. I get up here and I can present, and I'm feeling red and flushed, and my legs are shaking, and I don't know what's going on with me. It all started with Symphonia. I came to Sally and said, babe, I've listened to this lady. She's come back from overseas. She's blown me away. I don't know what it is, but I'm getting pulled into this thing, and I'm going to sign up for this thing. And she said she had a hard day at school. She's a teacher as well. She said, whatever you want, Brian. And that was it. And I got sucked in. And I said to Veronica, please, I want to get involved in a school, but I don't come from a large organization. And they made a plan. They saw the eagerness, and they paired us. And I must admit, it would have been lovely to have been paired 20 minutes away, but it gives me time to think when I'm traveling to you, which is fantastic. But nevertheless, I got involved, and this man has a heart of gold. And I suddenly realized, because I said to Sally, I'd run school strategy, I run business strategy, I can do this thing, we're going to fix this school. And when I got there, I looked at it, and it had Band-Aids all over it. And it was one of those Band-Aids where you don't even want to take it off because you're worried what you're going to see. But when you did take it off, this is the gentleman who was smiling back at you from that wound that you thought you were looking at. And that's why this thing has worked so well. So the ingredients that you put into that bowl, it's critical that you don't just have a business partner with money or funding and tools, that you also have the commitment from the principals. So I really take my hats off to you principals, because you have a massive, massive task. Anyway, we got in there, we started the program, absolutely fantastic, and then we decided that actually after a few of the programs, we needed to pull our own strategy together, and it started with creating a vision. And we crafted this with the entire school at Bergville Primary. Look at the excitement and the joy in these teachers' faces. It's like they're at class 1. It's their first day. Look how chuffed they are. This is what this is what really began our journey and kick-started it for us. We were at the University of the Western Cape, the most magnificent staff room that these guys had ever seen and had the opportunity to work in, and that was afforded to us, and we spent the day strategizing and pulling together a plan, a direction for the school, a simple one-page plan. Ultimately, it's a series of arrows leading towards the vision that we helped craft and create. And I'm not going to get into the intricacies of unpacking all of this stuff. I just want to throw some highlights back at you. Every month or couple of months we get together and we make sure that those names on that plan, that people are holding themselves accountable to the magic that we created that day. So we hold ourselves accountable. This is an example of something that happened in the holidays, where the kids came in and started doing extra maths and winning prizes and everything. And it's starting to help in the community. Here's an example of the security team. One of the strategic objectives are we're getting broken into every single weekend. So it might be an operational strategic objective to say, how do we create some jobs, get some people from those communities, we put them in the highlighted jackets, they come to the school, and there hasn't been any break-ins for I don't know how many weeks now, Aleem?
No, months.
It's on the plan and it's happening. And now everyone's starting to get excited about what's happening on that plan. Some more excitement. We had Madiba Day, which was our big community team build session there. We took those values that you saw on the beautiful strategic plan in this blue box over here, and we literally painted them onto the school pillars so that we can use them in the classrooms to demonstrate to some of these children what is honesty, what is respect, what is loyalty. And in a bid also cleaning it up, and we got everybody involved, and we dragged people in, and the kids were involved, and the communities were involved, and it was just a magnificent day. And you know, from our side, what does the future hold? I can't let go of this program now. You know, so whilst I might not necessarily, I'm going to be indebted to it. I mean, I just want to thank everything that Symphonia has done. Most importantly, I want to thank all of the principals and the partners that have been involved. It's been incredible. But to this man as well, my life is different with you in it.
Thanks.